Hey guys! So, my diploma fell today. I came home and it was on the floor. And so I had my tall roommate hang it back up, so that's why it's in a different position. If you even noticed, you probably didn't even notice. But yeah, it's a little lower this time. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is the popcorn opening paragraphs tag. The point is to read your favorite opening paragraphs and talk about like what they meant to you. I'm gonna read from 3 books. I'm not gonna go overboard. I also couldn't find a lot that I like really liked, you know? So I went with 3. You'll find out which 3 in a hot second, and I'll tell you why I like them / what they mean to me. So let's get started. First, we have The Lightning Thief. Look, I didn't want to be a half-blood. If you're reading this because you think you might be one, my advice is, close this book right now. Believe whatever lie your mom and dad told you about your birth and try to lead a normal life. Being a half-blood is dangerous. It's scary. Most of the time it gets you killed in painful, nasty ways. If you're a normal kid reading this because you think it's fiction, great. Read on. I envy you for being able to believe that none of this ever happened. But if you recognize yourself in these pages, if you feel something stirring inside, stop reading immediately. You might be one of us. And once you know that, it's only a matter of time before they sense it too. And they'll come for you. Don't say I didn't warn you. So technically, those were all like little paragraphs. But it's the first, like, chunk. And it's just so good, y'all. Like, an iconic opening, honestly. Look, I didn't want to be a half-blood is, like, the line from Percy Jackson. And, like, the whole, like, don't read this if you think you are a half-blood. Like, it's just so good. But 7th grade me was like, oh my god, this is amazing. And, like, me now is like, holy shit, this is amazing. The only difference is that I swear now. So, anyway, this was, honestly, like, when I was in 7th grade, this was, like, I was just like, this book is so good, y'all. And we had to read it for English class. So, I was like, this is great. And I didn't continue because, you know, my library didn't have it. You know the story. But, yeah. It's just a great fucking opening, guys. The next book I chose is The Iliad, translated by Stanley Lombardo. That is important because there are several translations of The Iliad, and they don't all start like this. Rage. Sing, goddess, Achilles' rage, black and murderous that cost the Greeks incalculable pain, pitched countless souls of heroes into Hades' dark, and left their bodies to rot as feasts for dogs and birds, as Zeus's will was done. Begin with the clash between Agamemnon, the Greek warlord, and godlike Achilles. Like, this is one of my favorite openings because, like, honestly, I like Sing Goddess, Achilles' Rage. Like, I've also heard Sing, O Muse of Achilles' Rage. I like that translation, too. I don't know who it's by, but I know it's pretty popular. But, anyway, I like this opening because, like, I don't know. It tells you what the book is going to be about, and then it's like, anyway, this is what's gonna happen first. Like, I don't know. I just love it because, you know, I'm a slut for Greek mythology. And, like, this is one of the oldest works written, y'all. And it has such a good opening paragraph. Like, come on. How could I not mention it? And on a similar note, we have The Silence of the Girls. Great Achilles. Brilliant Achilles. Shining Achilles. Godlike Achilles. How the epithets pile up. We never call him any of those things. We call him the Butcher. It's such a great introduction to the book, one. And, like, it starts you off, and it's like, this is not what this is not your typical Iliad retelling. Achilles is not godlike in our eyes. Like, it's just so good because it contradicts everything that somebody who had read just the Iliad would have thought about Achilles, probably. Like, yeah, somebody who's reading the Iliad is probably also going to be like, yeah, Achilles was kind of a whiny bitch. But, like, you know, literally says godlike Achilles in the first paragraph of the Iliad. And I really like this opening also because it puts in the perspective of, like, what these women would have thought of Achilles. Like, they would not have thought of him as godlike. And, like, I just think it's so good. And this book is just so good. So, like, I'm sorry for picking basically the same things, but they're not the same things, and that's why I picked them, and that's why I like them so much. I just realized that not only did I pick the Iliad and an Iliad retelling, but also Percy Jackson is based on Greek mythology, so, like, I just didn't have any variety with the books that I picked. But what can I say? I'm a slut for Greek mythology. Anyway, you're supposed to tag people, but, like, it's called popcorning? I think it's a regional euphemism that I don't get. But, anyway, I popcorn, Cats and Camera to do this. I also popcorn, Jaylee James to do this. I popcorn Tomes and Tombs to do this. And I popcorn Graham Quigley to do this. I'd really love to hear y'all's first favorite paragraphs. You can choose a theme like I unintentionally did, or you can just choose your favorite first paragraphs and they don't have to relate to each other because honestly they probably shouldn't. And it's just telling of me that I like one thing a lot. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you in the next one.